Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just a update here on High Tide. They had some good information come out, and I've made a couple videos about them already, and here's some more information about them. As you can see, they were just listed on June 3rd, and it's just been kind of up and down ever since then. Back in the $7 and $8 range, and it's been kind of up and down in that range. Had a nice dip back here on the end of October, and nice run up here a week or so ago, and back down again. So been kind of up and down with this one. There's a look over the last year. Well, not year, just since they've been listed. Here's a look at the last 3 months, down over 6%. In the last month, it's had a great last month, up over 20%. In the last week, down over 12%, so pretty much lost half of that, or a little bit over half. Would have been a nice run up there. And here's a look at today. So had a nice gain here today. I'm going to watch this one tomorrow, and if it's in this range, I might even do an option on it. So we'll just have to see. Let's see what that would even be. It'd be kind of interesting. So right now, let's go back. And so right now it's at 674. And let's just say you did a $7 option on it. That would be kind of expensive. So here's one that costs you about $35 for $7.50. Yeah, maybe. I'll have to take a look tomorrow and see what it's like. It's easier to see it when it's trading live, but if I do one, I'll make another video. But I have 10 shares here at $5.48. Definitely need to be buying some more of this one as well. So ticker HITI, ticker was HITIF, and I think it went to HITID, and then it listed, and now it's HITI. And if you don't know what this one is, it's in the MJ space. Feel free to pause and go over that. I've covered this one numerous times. I'll keep continuing to cover this one. This is definitely by far one of my favorite MJ plays. Not a whole lot of volume on this one, not even 500,000 shares being traded, so, and a $359 million market cap, almost 360, 52-week low of $1.93, high of $13.29, so it's got some volatility in this one, so, and it's got earnings coming up on December 17th, so we'll see what that's looking like. And the rest of them are down today. It looks like they're all in the red. So I've covered all these pretty much in the last 2 weeks. So Tilray and Sundial, I'm always making videos about those. Those always have something going on. Here on Bing, it's showing this one as a buy. High Tide. High Tide continues expansion into global CBD market with acquisition of Colorado-based New Leaf Naturals, and this is just dated here today, first thing this morning. So the acquisition boosts High Tide's current U.S. revenue run by 40% to approximately $70 million in Canadian. Highly accretive transaction for shareholders, as New Leaf generated revenue of U.S. $19.4 million. And adjusted EBITDA of $5.26 million during the 12-month ended on September 30th, 2021, of which direct-to-consumer e-commerce revenue represented the U.S. $16.3 million. New Leaf has a strong financial profile, which generated 71% gross margins and 25% adjusted EBITDA margins in 2020. New Leaf continues to drive innovation in the cannabinoid market through their new multi-cannabinoid oils and soft gels. New Leaf's multi-cannabinoid is a comprehensive formula designed to supercharge the endocannabinoid system. The blend contains several key cannabinoids, including CBD, CBG, CBN, and CBC in a balanced profile. So if you've tried any of these products or any of New Life, you can put that in the comments. I've been making a lot of MJ videos here again lately. It seems like that's what everybody wants to talk about, and there's always something to talk about with the MJ, since I follow a lot of the stocks and have a lot of them. Feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself. But HITI is a leading retail-focused MJ company, brick and mortar as well as global e-commerce. ATSAS is pleased to announce that it is taking another step towards solidifying itself as a major player in the global market space for hemp-derived CBD products by entering into a definitive agreement pursuant to which HITI will acquire 80% of New Leaf for $31.24 million. The transaction and will have a 3-year option to acquire the remaining 20% of New Leaf at any time. So this could definitely drive the price up even more. As you see, it drove it up today, so I'm going to be watching this one and might even do an option on it. Like I said, I did one on AT&T and had a really good day on AT&T and turned about $19 into about $46, so can't complain. Could have done more, but I was being conservative. Might do some more on it tomorrow. So HITI expands U.S. reach via $31.24 million acquisition of 80% stake of New Leaf Naturals, and this is about 2 hours after the last article. Let's see if there's any more information in here. Announced that Monday it entered into a definitive agreement to acquire 80% of New Leaf. A lot of the information out there about MJ is somebody's always acquiring somebody else, which is interesting. Everybody wants to be the big player on the block, so 3-year option to acquire the remaining 20% of the Colorado-based company at any time. So again, kind of some of the same information, just for those of you that's watching on a smaller screen, this is a little bit easier to read. So HITI said it plans to utilize New Leaf's CGMP certified facility to achieve manufacturing synergies with Fab and Blessed CBD and to launch multi-cannabinoid SKUs across those platforms. So definitely should be a good thing to bring to the table of HITI and see what that'll do to the stock price. Moreover, New Leaf has a strong distribution reach in the natural products channel and recently announced an expansion with Sprouts Farms Market from 33 retail locations to an additional 235 stores, bringing this to a total of 268 Sprouts stores, in addition to other retail accounts across the United States. And I'm going to have to look. It seems like I've covered Sprouts in the past. I'll have to find that and link that in the description as well. More recent news from HITI, the MJ Chop Shop, Retail Shop, Discount Warehouse, Vibe, and Club membership fees sound familiar. MJ retailer HITI ramps up its retail presence in Saskatchewan and Ontario. HITI shares traded 1.97% higher at $6.20 per share during the pre-market sessions on Monday morning. So we'll see what it does here the rest of the week. MJ company HITI eyes more acquisitions as CEO channels. This is what I thought was really interesting. Jeff Bezos for e-commerce inspiration. This could be something huge for this company. And there's the talking about the CEO there again. So said the company is making its largest acquisition in a 12-year history as part of a plan to build up its online MJ marketplace in the vein of Amazon.com. So this could be a game changer for HITI. Jeff Bezos is truly an idol for me. Grover told MarketWatch there's where inspiration for our direct-to-consumer approach comes from. He's changed the world. Grover said High Tide isn't done after buying 6 companies to build out its direct-to-consumer model. High Tide on Monday announced plans to acquire the Denver-based CBD products, which we've already went over. So feel free to pause and go over the rest of that for yourself. See if there's any more information in here. High Tide is banking on its loyalty club of about 250,000 to lay the foundation for a large online presence in the U.S. MJ space. Other acquisitions with High Tide, Scotland-based Enigma Limited, operating as Blessed CBD for about $15 million, as well as Meta Growth Corp, Smoke Cartel Incorporated, Fab Nutrition LLC, and DHC Supply LLC, and DS Distribution Dankstop. So High Tide is really starting to be a big player. This is probably one of my favorite MJ plays right now, just because it actually goes up and doesn't go down like some of the other ones. So High Tide has been added into the MJ ETF, Advisors Pure Cannabis ETF, and Horizons MJ Life Sciences Index ETF, and ETF MG Alternative Harvest ETF. And I've covered all these ETFs here on the channel, and I have them all, so I'll have to link that in the description as well. MJ Company High Tide's stock rises on New Leaf Naturals buy. And again, some of the same information, so I'm just going to scroll through here and see if we can find any other bits and pieces that we haven't went over. It's now over 100 brick and mortar stores and reported over 100 million site visits in 2020. And over here on Reddit, is High Tide a buy? I would definitely say it is, but I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice. You can do your own due diligence and watch my videos and figure that out on your own, but for myself it is definitely a buy. So time to decide for High Tide. And over here on StockTwits, currently at $6.74, low of $1.93, high of $13.29. Making sure you have all the direct tweet message from Raj on the stock purchase. Nothing else in there. And over here on tip ranks, currently at $6.74 with a strong buy, 3 out of 4 showing a buy, with a 78% upside to $12.03. Can't beat that. High of 15, low of $6.91. If you have a High Tide, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis and any other information you want to share on High Tide. Robinhood doesn't have any ratings, unfortunately, but you can't beat those ratings that we went over. So strong buy, you don't see that too often on MJ Plays. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.